afternoon, I'm TK, and this is TK's video blog. Good to have you with us, good to see you all again. Welcome. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's get right down to it, shall we? Review our movie of the day, and our first movie of the season as well. Today's movie is Deadpool and Wolverine. The movie stars, and sorry if I mispronounce any of these names here, Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Emma Corrin, Morena Baccarin, Rob Delaney, Leslie Uggams, Aaron Stanford, Matthew McFadden, Brianna Hildebrand, Karen Sawney, Jennifer Garner, Wesley Snipes, Daphne Keane, Channing Tatum, and Chris Evans. So, what's the movie about? Well, the plot of the movie in its most basic terms, in this movie, Deadpool learns that the TVA, the Time Variance Authority, is set to destroy his home universe after losing its anchor being, Wolverine. And so he goes in search of and works with a very reluctant Wolverine variant from another universe to stop the TVA and save his universe. So, let's talk about the movie a little more in depth now, shall we? So the movie. So it's a very interesting plot. The plot deals a lot with the multiverse. It deals a lot with Deadpool venturing out of his own universe and going to other universes. Now this allows for variants of Deadpool to appear, played by Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds' wife, Blake Lively, and his children, as well as other variants of Wolverine, played by Hugh Jackman, most of them, except one cameo surprise, which I'm not going to give away in case any of you haven't seen it yet. And it does come out streaming. It's out streaming now. And it comes out on DVD very shortly here as well. So I'm not going to give that spoiler away, but there is also another Wolverine variant that's kind of cool. So that would be a bit of a surprise for you all if you see it. And if you haven't seen it yet, again, no spoilers. But the multiverse element is interesting. And so Deadpool goes to other universes. And he also gets trapped in something called the Void. He and Wolverine get trapped in something called the Void. And it's a concept from Loki, the TV show, where essentially rejects go, reject variants and such. And that's where Deadpool and Wolverine meet a team of heroes from past movies. Blade, Wolverine's daughter, X-23 Laura, Elektra, and Gambit. Now, that's an interesting team element there. And they were all like in the Fox movies or something, I think they were, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that, don't quote me on that. But that's a very interesting dynamic there too, with the team and everything, and in the Void. And the Void is also where we meet another villain in the movie, Professor Xavier's sister. I'm not going to give too much away about that, but that's an interesting dynamic there too. But having a multiverse, having variants and stuff, it can get confusing, and it could have got confusing really quickly and really easily. But I don't think it did in this case. I think it worked, it was balanced, and it just was very compelling to see. Now, as far as the casting of the movie goes, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, fantastic team up. I mean, like, top notch. And I know that Ryan Reynolds really campaigned to have Hugh Jackman in this movie, and I can see why now. I mean, it's just perfect chemistry. The other actors and actresses in this movie are quite good too. It's nice to see returning ones from previous movies. There's also a cameo I forgot to mention earlier, a cast member from previous MCU movies who we meet in the Void as well. Again, I'm not going to give away any spoilers there, who it is exactly and who the character is exactly, because again, if you haven't seen it, no spoilers. It comes out soon on DVD and it's on streaming now, so I highly recommend watching it. But the casting, very well cast, a lot of heart and a lot of emotion in their roles, especially Deadpool and Wolverine. There's a lot more heart and a lot more emotion in their dynamic and in their individual characters than you would expect to get out of such characters. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. So Ryan Reynolds, he is very good in the movie, back as Deadpool. Very foul-mouthed, very crass, but hilarious. And Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine. He has a lot more heart and a lot more of emotion than you would expect in the character, but really, really good. It's great to see him back. And I should mention, this movie as a whole, it's not really for kids. It is R-rated, and it has a lot of vulgarity, a lot of references, a lot of innuendo. That said, it's really good. Everything works in it. Everything seems to have a purpose in it. All the jokes do. And they just all, I think, really land well. Now, the editing in the movie, again, top-notch. I think it's really well done, really well put together, spliced together. And the editing is a very big thing for me. I like editing. I'm an editor myself. So, very big thing, top-notch there. Now, the lighting in the movie, all that stuff, the aesthetics, very good as well. The fight scenes in the movie are very well put together. I mean, some are obviously CGI, but they're very well done. They're very believable, so that's good as well. Now, one area of the movie I really want to hit right now is the music, because the music it's such different music. It's such out there music. It's music that has no business being together. It's a collection of music that has no business being on the same soundtrack with each other. and yet it actually blends well, and it actually works. Here's an example or two. So the song You're the One That I Won from Greece, really good song by the way, but the song You're the One That I Won from Greece, it's played while Wolverine and Deadpool fight in a car. And it's funny because you wouldn't think that song would work in that area, but it actually does. And the movie also opens up with Deadpool decapitating some TVA agents while dancing to the song Bye 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 by NSYNC. And you know what? It's great. It works. It shouldn't work. It should be bad. There's nothing about it that should work. But it actually works. It's actually hilarious. And the movie, it wraps up in the end credits with Good Riddance Time of Your Life by Green Day. And that fits very well too because the clips in the end credits are essentially from past movies with the X-Men and the Fantastic Four and all that, and Deadpool and all that, so that kind of fits well too. Like a little montage, if you will. That's really good. That song really fits. But the main song in the movie, played throughout many different parts of the movie, is Like a Prayer by Madonna and Leave It to Ryan Reynolds. Leave It to Ryan Reynolds to make a movie that makes a Madonna song really, really good and actually makes me like Madonna kind of. I mean, mind-blowing. So, all of that said, what would I give the movie out of 10? Well, remember back to last week with me for a moment. I talked about some major changes this season. Well, here we go with our first one. This Deadpool movie and the movie I will be reviewing in a couple weeks from now have forced my hand on this decision. I made a very hard decision. So, this movie has broken the TK rating scale. That's right, it has broken the 10 out of 10 rating scale. I'm changing my rating scale based on this movie and another movie that I'll be reviewing a couple weeks from now. So stay tuned for that. But I've changed my TK rating scale. It's now out of 20. So the movies have to be superb to get a 20 out of 20, okay? The standards have been raised. So, that is said, what would I give Deadpool out of 20? Well, all that said, I think I would give Deadpool an easy, confident, and very strong 20 out of 20. Because the editing works, the story is very compelling, the casting works, the cast have a lot of heart and a lot of emotion in the role. There's a lot more heart, a lot more of emotion in the movie overall, as a whole, than you would expect from a Deadpool movie. And it's just all around fantastic. It's a great time, it's fun, it's funny, it's charming, and yeah, it's just all around really, really good. And I would very much recommend it. The music is good, the music is memorable, everything works, it fires on all cylinders, so I think it would be an easy and confident and very strong 20 out of 20. I would highly recommend watching it on streaming or watching it on DVD when it comes out here soon. It's really, really good, top notch, probably the best Marvel Cinematic Universe movie since Spider-Man No Way Home, and that's saying something because that movie was top notch in a league of its own. This one I think tops it. So yeah, an easy 20 out of 20. I would highly recommend watching it. It's a great time, just enjoy. Alright, well, looking at my watch, it looks like we're about out of time. Now you know the drill here. This season, all season long, you can comment in the comment section down below here. I'm pointing to the comment section. And you can comment what you like, what you don't like. Comment a movie you might like me to watch and review, and I might just review it. I might just go see it, I might just review it. And yeah, now I can't promise you all like the reviews. I will give my honest opinion as always. And yeah, I mean, comment, tell me what you like, didn't like, recommend a movie maybe to me to watch. And yeah, with that all being said, until next week, take care, be safe, and goodbye everyone. Have a great weekend. I will see you right back here next week.